Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Dust to the End. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about $9. Now, I stress early access, that means everything that you're about to see here, including this review, is subject to change. So what is Dust to the End? Well, it's a post-apocalyptic caravan trading game. It's extremely grindy, I gotta say. The English translations aren't that great, but I gotta say, I'm hooked. I'm having a great time with it so far. It's kind of like Mountain Blade in the sense that you start off with a very small party, and then you work your way up and build a larger party up to, I think, a total of 6 people. Now, these people will actually mesh with each other in terms of, personality traits and getting along and that kind of thing. So you kind of have to pick and choose who you hire in terms of the mercenaries that you find along the way. For example, you're going to see people with +5 happiness toward this character or +10 happiness toward this character because they share the same traits or what have you. Different characters also have different classes. So, for example, you can start off as either an adventurer or this other one. I don't remember the name of it. But it's a ranged class. So you're either going to have this melee class or ranged class. And then you're going to have one other NPC that's free to take with you. You can choose between a male or female character as your partner. And then you go off and you go back and forth between towns trying to buy low and sell high. And it's up to you to try and figure out where you can buy low, where you can sell high. And again, as you continue building money in this game, you're going to be able to hire more mercenaries. You do have to pay them on a weekly basis, though, so you have to make sure that you're bringing in enough money to keep up with that. And it's very important that you have some help because there are bandits and bugs that will roam the desert trying to pick a fight. There's even these guards that try and like shoehorn me for money, and I'm like, nope, not having it. So we got into a fight, and I barely survived that encounter. So you're gonna see a lot of combat in this. It's a little repetitious. It's a turn-based combat system where there is team action points, and it will build up over time as you continue fighting. And then characters can spend the team action points. It's a shared pool to perform special abilities that they may have. And then whoever survives the encounter will win, obviously, and then you can loot whatever from the loser. Now, this game is primarily about trading, though. You're going to be, on a regular basis, 75% of the game is going back and forth between towns, and then when you get to the new town, you're going to be selling off the stuff at a high price, maybe buying stuff at a low price, and buying more water and food. Now, the water and food that you buy have different quality rating, and this will affect your morale. Morale is important to keep high, because if it's too low, then they get sick, and that causes debuffs among your team, and they will perform worse in combat as a result of that. So buying high-end food is more expensive, but it helps to buff your team and keep your morale up. It's up to you on how you want to approach it. But like I said, most of your time in this game is going to be back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Buy food, buy water, back, forth. It's constant. It's just one big trading grind. That's what it is. In between all of that, sometimes, again, you will get fights that you have to pick, fights that you have to deal with. Sometimes there is some caravan management. It's very light in the sense that your characters will level up over time, and then you can upgrade their attributes, their strength, agility, constitution, dexterity, luck, and it says perceive, I'm guessing perception. And each one does different things. So you'll be able to level up your people in this game. I didn't see any talent trees or anything like that, but they each have character traits as well. Like, for example, the one lady I have has Divine Eye. Increase hit by 6% when equipped with a ranged weapon. Happy Hour. After the combat skills are released, there is a 20% chance of recovering 20 AP. Again, the English grammar in this is... the translation just leaves a lot to be desired. I don't think English was the primary focus here. It was, I'm guessing, ported after the fact. But still, you get the idea. You're going to be hiring different mercenaries, building your team. You can even buy vehicles. You start off with the ability to buy carts, and then when you can afford it, you can buy actual trucks and motored transportation that allow you to increase your carry limit, and then you'll need to buy fuel for that, and you'll be going back and forth. You have to repair items that you're using. For example, your transportation, you're going to have to repair carts that you're using. You do have to buy health kits every now and again for your people, or if you're at the tavern, you can buy a round of drinks for your people, and that will give them a general health bonus so that they can heal faster. They do heal over time, but it's still, that's going to take a while. There's also a crafting system in this game, and it's up to you on whether or not you want to deal with that. It operates on an energy system. So for example, you can craft something called cloth. Okay, you know what cloth is. Well, so as long as you have cotton, which is a resource that you can find in a couple of towns that you start next to, you can craft cloth. You also need the correct tool to do it, but that tool has a condition value. So you can use that tool so much before it runs out of condition, and then you have to buy a new tool to replace it. Without it, you can't craft that particular thing, like cloth. Leather and coats and cloth pants, another example of, you need the simple textile tools in order to craft those things. If you don't have the tool, you can't craft any of those things. But so as long as you have the resources, you can craft things. And as long as you have the energy, that's the other thing that you need, energy. Energy is something that is gained over time automatically up to its max, and you increase that by continuously crafting. As you continuously craft, you gain proficiency in it, and it increases your max energy. And in terms of refilling energy, it just happens over time. So you're not going to be able to buy 50 cloth or 50 cotton, transform all of that into cloth all at once, and then that cloth is used to make coats, for example, in addition with leather. Like, you just can't craft everything all at once. You have to craft enough cloth. There goes my energy. Gotta wait now for a while. Okay, now that my energies were filled, let's go ahead and work on my leather. I'm gonna craft some leather. Okay, now my energy's out. I gotta wait for a while. So crafting in this game takes time. It's not instantaneous. Well, the crafting element, like when you craft something, it is instantaneous, but if you want to do a huge project, you have to do it in steps and wait for your energy to replenish. I don't like the energy system personally. It's just inconvenient that I have to wait. And this game is a huge grind to begin with. So it's like, some of the goals are ridiculous. Like, first it was get 6,000 or 5,000, 6,000 gold or something like that for the first objective. And now I'm working on something else. And it's just a constant grind to get these things done. And it takes a while because you're up against this, as you're growing your party and paying these mercenary costs, you're up against this wall trying to maintain your income while paying for all this repair work that you're doing and everything else. So I just wish that, there is an easy mode, but I am playing the easy mode, and it's still a grind. I wish that the easy mode also reduced, like, the cost of mercenary wages and some other things to make you earn money faster so that the game isn't as grindy. And it's a shame, too, because I've been playing this game for 4 hours now, and I still haven't gotten into the base aspect of it. Yes, according to the Steam store page, you'll be able to explore bunkers, establish and operate underground bases, and then gain output. That's what it says. There's also 9 different categories of weapons, 50 cities and towns of different sizes, 100 different kinds of trading goods in the game, all of that. And I haven't gotten to the majority of it because of the grind involved. And as someone that has a lot of games to cover for other developers, I don't have time to sit here for 20, 30 hours to explore everything. So I wish the game were less grindy. Do I recommend it? Yes. You'll get a lot of playtime here for just under $10. There's a ton of it. Just be warned that it's grindy, it's repetitive, and on occasion, it can be a bit unfair in terms of, say, combat or what the game throws at you next. That being said, if you save often and you're cautious and you think about what you're doing and you don't mind repetitively going, okay, gotta go to this town now, gotta go back. Like, once you find a profitable route, you just back forth, back forth, back forth, back forth. I wish there was a way to, like, automatically buy food up to 10 or up to a minimum that you set, so that I don't have to continuously, okay, time to buy 10 more food. Okay, time to buy 10 more water. All right, I'm at my new town. Okay, time to buy 10 more food. You know what I mean? I wish there was a way to set automatic stuff so that I don't have to do a lot of this manual repetitive stuff. But again, this game is still early access. We'll see how the game expands and, gets better over the course of time. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.